Hello, my mushroom people. Another day, just more things to do. It never ends. So we got a generator hooked up. Our air conditioning in our grow is working, so that's a step in the right direction. Everything else is just things we'll have to deal with. That was the most important thing because it's like 100 freaking degrees out here. So our shipping container was like 140 inside of it. So not necessarily was going to kill the mushrooms right off the bat, but it was going to stop their growth and eventually it would kill them if they were exposed to that temperature for too long. So we think we're good. That's the first good thing. Unfortunately, we think our electric got broken underneath the ground, so we now have to trench our entire yard, dig it all up, figure out where it's messed up, and then rerun the line. So that's what my freaking fantastic fiance and our business partner get to do this weekend while I get to go run some farmers markets. But I figured I'd talk a little bit about temperature today since that's obviously a hot topic for us right now. So these blocks, when they're inoculated and they're starting to colonize, they produce their own heat. That's kind of the big deal. So they like to be around 65 degrees. That tends to be when they colonize the quickest, is what we've noticed. A lot of people tend to put them around 70. The biggest problem is from the inside of the block to the outside of the block, it's actually different temperatures. So the inside of the block is actually going to be about like 5 degrees hotter than the outside of the block. So you want the outside to be cooler than you would expect it to be. So that's why we run our temperature at 64 degrees. That way outside's still pretty cool, inside's pretty cool. And that's what you want. That's how you're going to get your quick colonization rate. If you get it too hot, it's just not going to colonize at all, and that heat will kill the mycelium. It's a huge deal to think about. So that's kind of why we were in such a panic. We had to get everything out of our garage, which is where we run our lab out of, and move it into our house. So now our house is completely full of mushroom blocks right now. We're running our ACs all at 64, so you would think it would be nice and cool in here, but in fact, the mushroom blocks produce their own heat, so it's still kind of hot. Not terrible, they'll be fine, but it's a little toasty, a little bit. So I like to have my little fans running. I have them positioned all over the house. They just help move the air, especially because like in between these rows, it'll actually get pretty stagnant air in there and it heats up really intensely. So I like to have a little fan that keeps the air moving and keeps it a little bit cooler at least. But that's just my update for you guys. I hope you mushroom people have a good day. Keep thinking about us. We need thoughts.